from the hard drive. Hey guys, it's Geordie underscore medium 13 here. I am grateful to be joined by Luiza for our weekly reading. So thank you for jumping on. If you want to, let's dive in, I guess. Let's jump straight into the cards. Do you want to
Let's
kick
do it.
it?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's been a while, so I'm excited to do it again with you.
Oh, same. It's been too long since I've been doing this. I'm sure there'll be some people out there that are like, it's been
Yes,
a
everyone's going to need their Geordie fix. Everyone's going to need it.
100%. Oh, I keep getting messages about doing videos and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'll do it. I'll do it. I swear.
Well, it'll guide you. You're going to be guided in the right direction.
100%. Do you want to kick us off with a card?
Um, can just because we spoke obviously off air, can you
Yeah.
please do that one that you picked first, just so I can follow on with it?
Yeah.
The one that I was talking about. I
Yeah.
just feel like, sorry, intuitively, I'm like, I like the way that went.
Yeah. 100%. All
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
I picked a card for the people out there that are wondering. So it's from Whispers of Love. Beautiful card deck. So we tapped into the energy of the week and just happened that this card came out. So it's the romance card. And I love this card because it's all about lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So it's all about bringing in that person. I feel like this is such a card of bringing in that person. It could be that that person is already there, but it could also be for someone who's single. I mean, like me. So it's all about attracting that person and being in the position to attract them in, to let them in, putting yourself out there more. I know for me personally, that's where I'm at, needing to put myself out there a bit more. But yeah, it's just attention to not so much on yourself, but maybe pay a bit more attention to the people around you. Like you never know when you can meet someone or where you can meet someone. You know, strange things happen. So it's just about being in a position or being somewhere and just allowing any interaction, anything to happen. You never know what can happen.
I know. And it's also
Yeah.
all about like having that openness as well. And I think like romance comes down to maybe even romanticizing your life a little bit more too.
100%.
You know how like when you just make everything kind of, just that little bit more beautiful for you. It doesn't have to be visually or just more beautiful for you. I guess like that lens can shift for you in the world, and you start to see things differently. And it might, and then if you are someone who's looking for love might seem more possible.
100%. And I totally feel that because one of the cards does say that about it's something about like more love. And it talks a bit about that of like expressing more love and even with yourself too, of just seeing more love in the world instead of because I feel like we all can get stuck in seeing the negatives and we get stuck in everyday lives and we get stuck in all of that. And it's like, well, let's find the love again. Let's come with our heart space and see more love in the world. And we're probably going to attract more of that in when we do.
Yes, absolutely. This is I honestly, Judy, I think this is love related. This thing, I'm feeling lots
100%.
of love related. We haven't done a love related one before.
We haven't. I love this.
But, which is why I know that obviously off air we spoke, but I wanted you to do that first because I'm going to do two cards because they match so well with the one that you just spoke about, and it's from the it's from the Oracle of the Energies deck. So cool.
Such a beautiful deck.
Oh, the graphics.
Yeah.
So now I've got this one, Tender Embrace, which is like two beautiful elephants cuddling, and then a great big love. Like, I'm sorry.
It just fits perfectly. Like it has
like we are on a theme right now. Everyone is feeling it. We're feeling it. You're feeling it.
100%. Something about this week.
Something about this week because we are going into Valentine's Day as well next week.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's I think that's in the air. I'll read you a little bit about I'll just open up on the page. Perfect. So Tender Embrace, obviously, when you look at the graphic, it's like beautiful elephants hugging. And that's just like that's connection with somebody else. And it says key concepts of this card: compassion, warm-hearted care for self and others, sensitivity and empathy, benevolence and kindness. And I think, Jordy, when you said when you start to give like love out to others, which is kind of what this is kind of saying, empathy and benevolence and kindness to others, that's when you're kind of really going to start getting it back. So it's maybe even like I think it's for something for someone. I think if you attract more love, want to attract more love in your life, the idea of it would be to just kind of give it out what you can
Mm,
to little things that you may not even think needs love. You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah,
It could be down to the fact that you go into the beach and you'll just see a bunch of rubbish and you pick it up out of the love for nature,
yeah,
or
yeah.
or you'll I'll always pat a dog, but like
Same.
you know, yes, or you give love to an animal, or you'll just say a kind word to someone. I think that's the kind of when you start rotating on that, you'll get it back big
100%.
time.
And I feel like that is something that we don't do enough in our society.
No,
Like, just,
no.
you might just see someone in the street and you can just say, I like your, you might think it to yourself, like, oh my God, I love that shirt or I love those shoes. Like, you can express that. You don't have to hide that. And then I know sometimes in my head, I'll be like, oh, I actually really like what that person's wearing. And then I'll just walk past them and I'll be like,
Yes, and I'm like, oh,
and just continue looking. And I'm like, why didn't I say anything? That was a perfect
yeah.
opportunity to say something. Like,
Yeah, yeah, and they would have probably made their day, but it's like I don't know. I don't know. The ego just comes in and goes, "Oh no, that's embarrassing. Don't do that." And you're like, "That's fine. They're beautiful."
yeah.
That's something I need to do more. Um, but a great big love. I'm thinking this is for you, like a big love for you. But I'm going to read what it says anyway because I think it's important. Um, okay, okay. So a great big love. The key concepts is love without conditions, romantic love, and how that experience changes you, deep and profound, harmonious connections, and soulmates. I think, and it says love heals all wounds, begins all life, sustains you when you're starving for grace, when you stumble and fall, when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to limited perspective of the ego. Now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of the great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. So this is just the love of source, basically.
It's
Yeah,
like coming back to our heart space, being connected back into
yeah,
our source of
yeah,
love. Yeah,
yeah. I just got goosebumps. That's there. It's about loving you. Yeah, I think that's a theme. It's love, but it's like you and how
100%.
you
And I mean, you could interpret as in for someone else if you, especially if you're single, about bringing someone in. But I often sometimes will say and feel like sometimes you need to love yourself at a certain point so that you can allow someone else to love
Mhm.
you that same way. Because
Mhm.
I feel like it all starts with us sometimes, and I feel like we kind of neglect that. It's like, well, how can you allow someone to love you if you're not loving yourself fully, or if you're not, maybe I know I was speaking with a friend last night and she was sort of saying, I don't know if we fully ever truly love ourselves completely and wholeheartedly. I'm like, I
I
kind
was
of
literally thinking that in my head before you said it. Like,
I was like,
yeah,
I can
we
see
ever?
that. I can see that. But I feel like we need to be at a certain point at least. Like, I don't know how, like, you could put a level on it or whatever, but I feel like it needs to be at a certain point so that you can at least allow someone to match that, you
Yeah,
know? Because
yeah,
you don't want to be down here loving yourself, not loving yourself enough, and then have someone match that type of love, because then it's not
because
what
that is what happens.
yeah, exactly, 100%. And I feel like we
That's
need
what
to be
happens.
at a level, at a point to at
Mhm.
least allow someone to match that, or maybe they have a little bit more love for you and you're
Mhm.
able to enjoy that more instead of going like and questioning it all the time and being like, oh, well, do they actually love me? I like how is that possible? How do they love me so much? Like, I don't get
Yeah,
it. Like, well, you don't want to be
yeah.
saying that, you know?
Because then you just push them away, and that's how a lot of relationships may crumble. Apart from all the other things that happen, it does come down to how you do love yourself, and then how you treat yourself and talk to yourself. But it's also interesting because if you know someone really doesn't love themselves, how can you trust that they love you fully?
100%.
That's it's a little bit controversial, but it's true.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
Yeah.
true. I'm going to jump in with my next card because I feel like it kind of is a nice segue when you see.
Yeah.
So I picked this one from the Healing Waters. It's such a beautiful card. I love the Healing.
Oh, Rebecca Campbell. Love it.
Yeah. So this one is it's the Silky card. So it's about coming out of hiding and embracing who you really are, which I
Oh,
feel like
yes,
that just
dude.
ties in with what we've been saying about
Oh,
when we come out of hiding, we embrace who we are, and I feel like that is going to attract that love, that romance, or even we're just going to love ourselves at another level because we're embracing who we are. And I feel
yeah.
like in society, we get told that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy, that we're not this and that. And it's like, it's time that we embrace who we are and we love ourselves, because no one's going to do it for us.
No.
No one can love us.
You'll never get be fulfilled like that.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I just thought that was such a beautiful segue into this card about coming out of hiding, you know, getting ourselves out there for that love, for whatever it may be. It's like, embrace who we are. It's time
I
to
have the perfect add-on to that.
Oh God, I love this already.
Dude, I don't know how many times you and I've done this, like our like sessions together just like flow. But yours was come out of hiding. This card's about regeneration.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Like, so I picked, so it's like from the deck, you have it, but Astral Realms, the Crystal Oracle.
Love it.
Artwork, just the colors, everything.
Yeah.
But this one specifically, regeneration. So every card is connected to a crystal and what that represents. And this one also has a planet. Now, the planet connected to this one is Pluto, and Pluto is a planet of transformation, of going into the shadow and coming back out again, reformed. It is a planet of alchemy. It's everything. And the crystal connected to this is black tourmaline, and I suggest that everyone should have this crystal. I've got it, and I sometimes take it with me when I go to outings.
I feel like it's a good protection crystal as well sometimes. I probably don't have it on me enough. But
sometimes we can forget. So it's just about protection, purification, grounding. I'll read you a couple of things that I think people need to know. But regeneration is the act of physically and spiritually becoming anew. It is literally and figuratively shedding skin so you can change and grow. When you're on the path towards enlightenment, it calls you to lead a life that you did not lead before. Very interesting, because when you regenerate, you're coming into the new level of you. 100%. You can't regenerate without having that experience.
Yeah, it's like we're evolving into another level of us. We're growing and we're shifting, and we're, you know, sort of shedding some of that old and rebirthing in a way too.
Rebirth. Well, that's what Pluto's all about. Pluto's all about rebirth. It literally says here, one planet that relates all too well to regeneration and challenging your shadow self is Pluto. Larger than life, omnipotent, alchemical. Oh my God, how to say it? Pluto has a force that is beyond the most intense of all the heavenly bodies in our solar system. It's all about like getting into the darkness, coming into yourself, coming back out of it, regenerating, and then falling in love with yourself as well.
I love that. And I feel like, again, I have a card that kind of matches this energy of... I picked it from my Moonology Manifestation card deck. I love this card deck so much. And the card is New Moon in Leo, so it's shine. Like, simple, shine. I love that. I'm like, it's all
we just had a full moon in Leo actually last week.
Oh, true. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, we did. Interesting.
And then new moon in Leo, like, it's so interesting. But yeah, I feel like with the shine card, it's all about, like we've been saying, once we go through that transformation, we kind of have that little shine of, you know, we're like the other card, we're starting to embrace who we are. We're shining, we're glowing, we're like enjoying life. And I love this card deck because it has a manifestation affirmation to go with it. So I'll really
give it to us. Yes.
So the manifestation affirmation is, I am magnificent. Let me try that again.
Yes, say it today. Words, what?
Yeah. I am magnificent. I love me. It's like, I love that. Like, what a simple way to put it.
Back to loving yourself.
Yeah.
Whole thing.
It's just flowing today. I love it.
My last card. So I wanted to only pull 2 cards from the energy deck, but then 3 fell out. So I'm gonna just keep reading from it because obviously it has something to say.
Yeah, go for it.
Card is what it is.
Love it.
Very matter of fact, you know, very like just has nothing. There's nothing else I can add to that. But what it's saying is radical acceptance, engaging life on life's terms, observing circumstances and taking them on its face value, recognizing and releasing resistance and denial.
I love it.
So it's just, you know, it's honestly, I could even link that it's coming to a state of acceptance for you.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like that's what a lot of this has been. Like, I know we've talked about love and bringing love and attracting love and all of that, and but it's also going back to ourselves
Yeah.
and going, and just accepting that, you know, I know for me personally, the last 2 weeks have been a real struggle and has been really hard, but it's also like it is what it is what it was. Like it happened,
Mhm.
and I can't. And
Yeah.
sometimes we get, you know, in with society, we kind of go like, when we shouldn't feel that. It's not okay. It's not okay to have those thoughts or to have those feelings or to be so negative or to have those moments. And it's like, it is what it is what it is. Like it's okay. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be. Like we don't have to put
Yeah.
so much pressure on ourselves. Like we are where we are supposed to be. And it happened for a reason. And it's going to shift us. It's going to change. And we're going to continue to evolve and grow anyway. And it's like,
Yeah.
let's not beat up on ourselves. Let's just accept it for what it was. Let's learn, let's see the lesson in that and continue to grow. And that's where I felt I was stuck until probably 2 days ago or yesterday actually, when I just suddenly kind of, Nathan was like, we went somewhere and we came home. He's like, within 5 minutes, something shifted. And he's like, what's changed? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, it just, something clicked. And it was like, I
Yeah.
just was bored out of it. And then today I kind of sat with it. I'm like, I see the lesson. I see what it was. I see what it was teaching me.
Oh,
And
no, it
I,
landed for you.
yeah, 100%.
Oh, perfect.
I had to go through those 2 weeks and I had to go through some of those hard moments to get to this point.
Yeah.
That's probably part of the reason why I'm back doing the weekly readings again, because I'm like, I just feel connected again.
And we're happy to have you back. We love it.
Oh, and then I'm going to jump in with my last card, which
Mhm.
is from my angel card deck. So I'm sure a lot of my followers will see that that was one of my first card decks. It just kind of lost touch with it and I've bought it back recently. So this is Three of Water. So it's a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. And I feel like this, so when I was shuffling the cards, this just came straight out. I didn't even ask it. I'll
Okay.
shuffle and I'll be like, oh, you know, what's in store for the week, you know, and it just came straight out. I was like, okay, I'll go with it. We'll see what, but I feel like the message is the need to have more fun. And I feel like that is something that we in society as well, like we don't have enough fun. We're so worried about and stressed about money, about finances, about life in
Mm.
general. We're so worried about everyone else, and it's like, well, let's have a bit of fun again. Let's enjoy
Yeah.
life for what it is. Let's see it for what it is.
Yes. Yeah. Adults, we don't have to have as much fun anymore. And I think we should. We really should. And also Leo, the card that you pulled previously, Leo is all about having fun.
Yeah.
Leo's very spirited and Leo loves to, and Leo's childlike. So
Mm,
that's a really good link as well. Get
100%.
out there and have just to have fun.
Yeah.
Bring that light into your life. Yeah.
It was funny. With the need to have more fun, I saw, for me personally. So Friday just gone, I was Nathan and I were unpacking my stuff and what I was sitting in for the last 2 weeks, and then we just found ourselves at the playground. Like this was at pitch black at night, so we were like, I don't know, it was about 8 o'clock at night. Just found ourselves at the playground, and I was swinging on the swing like a kid again. And,
I
and,
love
and
that.
that was part of what got me out of it because I was like, I started to have more fun. I was just swinging on the swing, just talking about, you know, unpacking everything and just getting everything out. And he was sitting on the bench in front of me and I was just swinging on the swing, just being a little kid again. It was so much fun. I was like,
Oh, you inspired me to go to the park. God damn.
and I was like, it's been like years since I did that. And I'm like, wow, it just taught me that was part of the lesson. It was like, I need to have more fun again. And like,
Yes, you do.
whether or not to go to the park
We
and
all
go on the swings, but like
we
just
all do.
do the things that, you know, some our inner child wants to do, you know.
Yeah.
I felt like it nurtured that part of me and yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh, this is amazing. I love that. I love that you went to the park. You've inspired me so much to go to the park.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
good.
it was just that little kid in me that was like just so cranky on the whole walk, and then somehow we find ourselves in the park, and I just took a beeline for the swings. I saw it, I'm like, I'm going. Don't even know what part of me wanted me to, or like it was just clearly
Yeah.
the child that
Led you
was
there. It's
there.
so peaceful in a swing.
Yeah,
And it's supportive as well. Swings are supportive. So it's just
100%.
moving with you, it's carrying you, and you're like, oh, I am okay.
Yeah, 100%. And then the next day, well, like when I woke up yesterday morning, I kind of felt like I was still shedding some of that. So I kind of sat in not all of it, but I kind of sat in some of it, and I was like, it was still
Oh.
processing, so it was still shedding. I was like a little bit grumpy. I'm like, oh, and then yeah, then about 20 minutes later, something just changed, and I was like, it was gone, and I was like, I can see clearly again. I can tap in again. I can
Yeah.
obviously do the reading, and that's why last night happened. It was like it's just beautiful.
Oh, Jodie, we love it. We love that you're back.
Yes.
We love to see it. We're so happy. And I'm
Oh,
so proud of this for you. This is beautiful.
yeah, and I love the energy for this week. This, it's all about love, love for
I
ourselves,
love this
maybe
week.
love for others, for someone else that comes into our life. Who knows? It's just,
Mm.
it's like expect the unexpected this week. I feel it's like
Mhm.
anything can happen, anything's possible. Let's just ride the wave. Let's enjoy it. Let's just
Yeah,
journey and let's just be ourselves,
100%.
embrace who we are.
Yes. Yes, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Well, thank you for jumping on. I really loved this one. This was good. This
It was
is
nice.
fun.
This had
Yeah.
obviously they all have a nice feel, but this has a nice feel. This is like the internal like mushiness feel.
100%. I was like getting goosebumps earlier, like in different parts when we were talking. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
this
love
is a
it.
feel good session. And I really hope that like, your viewers get something out of it because this is a beautiful session.
Yeah.
Beautiful cards came out, so supportive and loving. Like it's like you got this. You
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah. It's like, let's go. Let's journey. Let's see what comes up this week. So yeah, if anyone out there who watches this, let us know. Like, let me know in the
Yeah,
comments.
tell
I'll
us.
probably message you. I'll definitely message you if I get any comments. I'll be like, Louisa, look at what we're doing. Look at what we've created.
Yay.
But yeah, thank you for jumping on. This was a lot of fun. This was a fun one. I loved this.
Beautiful, beautiful way to start your readings again for the year too.
100%. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was my first one for the year, so I'm back, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see what else is out there, out in store as well for the readings and see how they evolve. So thank you for jumping on. I loved it.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right. Alrighty, we'll sign off. Bye, guys.
Bye.